What's going on, guys? Today I want to talk about cheat reps once again. So here's the deal. I recently made a video talking about neck training and how my neck got smaller from doing slow and controlled perfect form, right? Which is true. This is a fact. My measurement went down. It is not as wide when I wear a shirt. It got smaller from doing slow and controlled squeezing, right? And I had a number of subscribers tell me that the reason why I got smaller is because I didn't build back up to my previous strength. And when I heard that, my theory bullshit radar went off. Because this is what I'm always talking about in my videos, guys. Theory is a no-no. You have to get into the real world and experience things for yourself. And when I heard that comment, I knew right away it was theory, because here's the deal. You will never be as strong as your cheat form. It's impossible. It is really, really impossible. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. So, in reference to rows, right? You saw me do T-bar rows, 10 plates, for God's sake, 10 plates. If I drop it down to 7 plates, so that I could do it strict, do you honestly think that I'll ever be able to do 10 plates again with perfect form? Think about what I'm saying here. It's pretty much impossible. There is not a chance in hell that you're ever going to go back to 10 plates. Even, I don't care how good your programming is. If you're going from really, really heavy weights, like jerking the weights, using a lot of body English, and you try to build back up to that strength without drugs, it's not going to happen. Same thing for the shrugs. I do cheat shrugs with 685 for reps. If I do it strict, maybe I could hit like 495. Yeah, I could do 495 strict, but there's no fucking way I'm going to be able to build up to 685 slow and controlled. It's impossible. So that's what I'm trying to express. You can't build up the weights that cheat reps have to offer. It just cannot be done under any circumstances. And for this reason, you are going to get weaker and smaller. I've always said that cheat reps carry over to strict, but strict doesn't carry over to cheat, right? That's one thing you have to understand. That's why a lot of these guys, I mean, you think that they could lift a lot of weight when they start cheating, but they're weak as shit. So the carryover is not so there, right? But also, given the fact that you're going to have to be resorting to light weight, there's going to be less stretch and overload on the muscles. And I've already expressed the fact that the back, traps, and neck all grow through stretch. And if you think I'm wrong, well, why do farmer walks work? Prove me wrong, motherfucker. There's no shrugging component in a farmer walk. And how come elite deadlifters have big traps? Because traps grow through stabilization. That's the function. That's what they do. They stabilize. So if you think I'm wrong, then you're basically stating that farmer walks and deadlifts don't work the traps. But we know for a fucking fact, a flaming fact, that guys who do these lifts get bigger traps. So we know that the stretch is what counts, all right? So by that definition, doing a slow and controlled shrug or a slow and controlled row, using weights that will never be as strong as your cheat row or cheat shrug, will render you to have smaller muscles. Fact, that's what's going to happen. I guarantee if you go from 685 cheat shrugs like this, you're doing 685 for reps of 10, and you drop it down to 500, but you're really squeezing the muscle, you're going to get smaller. In my opinion, that's what's going to happen. And the same thing for the fucking neck. If I do the neck extension machine, 6 plates per side, and I try dropping down strict, I'll be lucky if I can hit 3 plates. So I'm cutting the weight down by 50%, 50% less overload. For what? For what? Like, what's the purpose of doing that? A lot of guys are going to tell me that there's a higher chance of injury if you use fast reps. Well, I'm not too sure about that. I talked to Mike the Machine Bruce, man with the strongest neck in the world, been training his neck for almost 30 years, never had a single injury. And you guys are going to say, oh, anecdote. Well, guess what? There's tons of wrestlers who've been doing the same thing. Tons of wrestlers, fighters, etc., who, because in sport, you have to do fast reps, they do the same thing in their training. And you don't see them having neck injuries. The neck injuries that you see from sport come from collisions, typically, or being, like, hit in the head repeatedly. It's not from doing neck training. I've never seen a guy injure his neck doing a neck curl or a neck extension. It doesn't happen. And in my opinion, like, there's a certain point where, like, you gotta draw the line. Like, are you just lifting like a fucking idiot, or are you being smart about it? Because for me, if I'm doing this, if I have a head harness on and I'm doing this with a fast tempo, I don't see how that's any more dangerous than doing this, slow and controlled. I'm doing the same form, except the fast reps is just fast reps, and I'm getting a little bit of momentum to help get the weight up. And by the way, the momentum is gonna help you get jacked, because it can allow me to lift so much more weight that when I'm at here, locking out, right, the sternocleidomastoid is being stretched with that super heavy weight. So it doesn't matter if I cheated it up, right? And then on the way down, it's pulling really, really hard. So it's pulling fucking hard on the neck, and I gotta adapt to that. Fast reps work. I'm telling you guys. And if it didn't, why did I get so yoked in 2016? It was from doing the fucking cheat reps. I don't bullshit you guys. Over here, I always keep things raw and uncut. And that's the truth. So what I'm trying to express in this video is that it's theory bullshit to state that you can drop the weight down and do it slow and controlled, and you're going to be able to be as strong as you were before. It'll never happen. And like I already said, slow and controlled doesn't carry over to cheat. The correlation is not there. So if I'm doing, say, 225 neck extensions with a harness, right? And I drop it down to 90 pounds to do it really, really strict. And I do that for several months. I guarantee you that if you try going back to 225, even if progressive overload takes place, it's going to feel heavy as fuck on your head. It really will. It's going to feel heavy as shit. And this can be comparable to guys who do geared benching. You know, the geared bencher is not a strong raw bencher typically, but they can lock heavy weights. They can lock more weights than a raw bencher. Why? Because of the specificity of training. Same thing with the cheat reps, man. Strict form will not build your cheat. It won't. But cheat will build your strict. And that's why I was stronger when I was doing the cheat form. When I was doing cheat neck extensions. Not even cheat, just fast reps. When I would drop it down to a lightweight, say 45, 90 pounds, it wouldn't feel heavy on my head. It would feel very light on my head. But now that I'm only doing like the slow and controlled thing, if I go back to heavyweight, it's going to feel heavy as fuck. You see the difference? So that's what I'm trying to express. Cheat reps work, aka fast reps. I'm not saying use bad form. I'm saying do it fast and explosive. Use a bit of momentum. It's all good because it initiates a very powerful stretch. And if you think I'm wrong, like try to tell me that deadlifts and farmer walks don't build the traps. If you disagree, if you say farmer walks and deadlifts don't build the traps, you're a biased motherfucker. You need to get off my channel. It is what it is because that's the truth. The traps grow through stretch, and so does the neck. The neck connects to the traps for information. All right? So by that definition, cheat reps must work. So hope this video was clear to you. Remember, I'm not encouraging that you train like a dumbass and use terrible form. I'm just saying make the reps faster because I think that the stretch is really what counts when talking about getting yoked. So that's it for today's video. Share with me your experiences with neck training and cheat rows and cheat shrugs, and I want to hear. So that's it. Talk to you guys next time.